this. Good evening. Welcome to your Clarity Night. It's Sunday night, 9:30 p.m. and we are going to speak about a topic. Can somebody tell me what's the topic? What's the topic today? Of course, getting out of matrix is the topic. What else is the topic? What is the core topic that we are going to talk about today?
Consistency?
Yes. Yes, consistency. So what is consistency? Why did I choose such a topic? We could have had any kind of topic. Why consistency? Consistency is good, isn't it? Yeah.
Not always.
Not always. Okay. So what exactly is consistency? What do you mean by consistency? Who wants consistency? First, let me ask that. Who wants it? Who wants consistency in their life? Ujjal wants consistency. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. Rachita, do you want consistency or do you have enough in defense?
I want some excitement, adventure out of the
All right. Got it.
something like that.
Got it. Anybody else?
Consistency to me is showing up even if you don't feel you're 100% at that point of time. You show up.
Yeah. So there is
extremely sleepy.
Yeah.
But I'm here.
I am also very, very sleepy. I'm still hit by the blender stride I had yesterday. Okay, so in defense services, they have this phrase, get up, dress up, show up. Yeah?
Yes.
That's consistency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So what exactly do you mean by consistency? Ujjal, tell me something about consistency here. What do you mean by consistency? Hi.
Consistency for me is something that I take up and I continue doing that for till I get my result. That is what it is.
That is what your consistency is. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is for me consistency.
Yeah. Got it. Anybody else? Yes,
एक चीज को
हाँ, yes, Farhana.
कंटिन्यू करना
एक चीज को कंटिन्यू करना. Okay.
कंटिन्यू करना बार-बार कंटिन्यू करना एक ही तरह से.
All right. You will be surprised by the answer sometime during the call. Yes, Silky. What is consistency and where do you want it?
Consistency is you are consistent in something, like you do the things as per the routine.
As per the routine. Got it. Thank you for saying that. Yes. Adele and Meenakshi, hi. We want your cameras. That's a protocol for Clarity Night. Hello, Meenakshi. Seeing you after long, and hope to see you very soon. I'm giving you the dates of book club. I'm just waiting for Ashok to return, and some more people are to join. So we will start our book club on Gentlemen's Club, The Lady, and Salon the Farm.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Consistency. We are talking about consistency. Tell me more. Where exactly are you asking for consistency? Who wants consistent? And what do you mean by it? Yes, Roshali.
Sorry, I'm just finishing my bite.
Yeah. Nobody says sorry for eating.
Yeah. I just finished my breakfast actually. So,
okay.
So I want consistency in my thinking and being predictable with my emotions.
Being predictable with your emotions. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Awesome. So can you please write down some of your answers in the chat? Because then I would be able to cover each and every, whatever you have spoken about or whatever you have not spoken about, you can write down in the chat. Yeah. Consistency. Anybody else would like to add something? Adele, Meenakshi.
Sorry, I missed the question. I
Okay,
don't
so what do you mean by consistency, and where are you asking for consistency?
like where I would like to be, or I'm asking for
Either way, whatever it means to you.
For myself, I think I would like to be more consistent when it comes to applying the tools that I already know, or maybe I do it, but I do randomly,
Hmm,
yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Got it. Would you please write it down in your words in the chat? Yeah, okay. Anybody else would like to say anything, add anything? Is that all? That's all about consistency. Oh my God, what a lovely topic. I've got 11 people. Yes.
Consistency, I'm going by dictionary window.
Ah,
Consistent
okay.
behavior or treatment. The consistency of measurement techniques.
Hmm.
The quality of achieving a level of performance
Hmm.
which does not vary
Hmm.
greatly in
Hmm.
quality over time.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we know we have the ability at the club. What we need is consistency.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this is the definition.
Got it. Okay. Okay. And where are you asking consistency?
Me,
Yeah.
yeah, in my what do you call it? The fitness regime that I'm thinking.
Hmm. Okay. And how many of you try to be consistent?
That is me.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay. And how many
I
of
only
you are
try.
yeah. And how many of you are successful with consistency?
Not at all.
I'm successful
Not at
with
all. Really?
consistency.
No, not at all.
Not
गीत आप
at
हिंदी
all.
में बोलो
हाँ.
आप हिंदी में बोलो ना
ओके, कंसिस्टेंसी का मीनिंग पता है आपको? कोई हिंदी में मीनिंग बताएगा कंसिस्टेंसी?
एक उदाहरण दे दो ना फिर इजी हो जाए
ओके, कंसिस्टेंसी लेट
खाने
मी
का कुछ में वो खाना पकाते वक्त कुछ ऐसा करके बोल दो तो अच्छा हो जाएगा
हाँ बिल्कुल। आपसे 2 लाख बार भी अगर बिरयानी बनवा ले तो हमेशा सेम टेस्ट होगा और सेम ही उसमें नमक स्वादानुसार होगा हमेशा।
To me,
संगतता
consistency happens.
हिंदी में बोलते हैं संगतता।
ये
आपने
तो
बोला
ज्यादा
था।
ही वो हो गया
I was saying.
आप ही ने बोला वही हिंदी में बोलो। तो and Farhana is from Bangladesh, so I really challenged her, right?
But it may
So
not
आपका
be
अच्छा लगता है
the
yeah.
same, no?
Sorry, yes, Meenakshi.
The definition that you just gave, that's the consistency of the output. But maybe from what I was asked, like for me,
From the
consistency
efforts,
is the input.
from the
like,
input. Okay,
input, like not the output. Output can be different.
got it.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
consistent efforts, consistent. Yeah.
Great, great. So this part, all of us agree that all of us try to be consistent but continuously fail.
Can I answer something?
Yes, please.
So, what you are saying, according to that, I was functioning till the time I read something and it changed.
Lovely. Awesome. But still we try to be consistent. And how many of you expect or ask for consistency from people?
All the time.
Oh. And people are consistent, right?
No.
Your maids are consistent? Where is Rachita? Or were they consistent? And how many of you love cooking? And when you cook, it is not consistent. all the time.
I love it that it's not consistent.
Hmm.
I
What
feel
is-
being consistent is the most boring thing.
yeah, consistency is boring. Okay. All right. Hmm. So, those of you who have not done foundation, you may not know what I am saying. But what if you are a fish which is trying to climb a tree? Let me give you a bad news. For those who have not done foundation, it would be a surprise, but I'll only speak very little about it. You are a fish trying to climb a tree. You are not human. इंसान हो ही नहीं. You are not
Humanoid or
human.
something.
You are a humanoid. And a humanoid cannot be consistent. So how would consistency look like? When you first day of your school, when you went, you woke up, your mom pulled you out of the bed and you were crying. Your dad took you in his arms, took you to the wash basin and brushed your teeth. And then you fought over wearing your school dress and said, no, I want to wear that pink frock. And then your mother gave you a glass of milk which you spilled. And then you got a chanta. Nice slap, tight slap. And then your school dress, which was a frock, which got stuck to whichever vehicle you were going. Let it be car, cycle or bike or whatever. And then you started crying. Fat gaya. And then your mom took you inside and you had a change of dress and you got to wear your pink frock. And then you went to school and everybody said, Aaj to iska birthday. And you got birthday bumps. Would you like to have that till you complete your school? When you went for the first day in school, you said, I want to take chips. And you kept on growing and you were in class 12th. Were you still taking chips along in the lunch box? How many of you are having same food over and over again for last so many years? If your first boyfriend, let's say boyfriend, was an abuser, how many of you are asking for another abuser? By trying to be consistent. I know nobody likes that feeling. How many of you are meeting consistently the same kind of people who are bored as hell? How many of you would like to have consistent weather like Chennai? There is only mild humidity, medium humidity, and high humidity. But humidity is consistent. How many of you would like night to never come and have consistent day? Throughout the year there is day, throughout the year there is high humidity. Or snow. Yeah. Are you asking for consistent? Really? In outcome or efforts? How many of you would like to put the same effort when you were a child and you were learning to write? Only the same effort and not more. So, when Sachin Tendulkar became Sachin Tendulkar in his first match, and he played very well, or second match, we played very well, was he putting the same amount of effort or was he putting more? And how many of you, when you were trying to lose weight, and I know most of you have tried to lose weight, were putting consistent effort? And how many of you are drawing that consistent salary? So what was your first salary? Can somebody give me that figure? Because mine was 3,250 rupees way back in 95. That was my first salary. How many of you would like to make that consistent salary? Oh, come on. You all wanted consistency. You get that? None of you are actually asking for consistency. And how many of you, when you are asking for consistency, did the tool, who does it belong to? ये टूल तो सुना ही नहीं होगा, आप में से किसी को भी नहीं पता होगा ये वाला टूल, तो ना नया नया है, अब भी बनाया है, अब भी गैरी ने मेरे को बताया. So when you do who does it belong to, are you willing to let go and return it back to the sender? Are you truly looking for consistency? If you were truly looking for consistency, पहला, दूसरा और infinitive जो boyfriend है और पति है, in some cases, will be the same. You want consistent? Do you want all men to be consistent? Consistently same like men, like the way they are. Because men don't work in kitchen, they don't take care of kids. Do you want a man like that? How many of you are willing to exchange your man with that man? Men are dogs, right? How many of you are looking for a man like a dog? If there is only one color in this world, would you like that world? Would you even travel if every place in the world becomes like Chennai? Every place has the same topography, same vegetation. Cut, copy, paste. Are you actually asking for consistency? Is that what truly is your ask? Somebody wrote something. Yeah, it was Rachita. Rachita says consistency in growth. That means if in your first year you made 10% more than the previous year, you would like to make 10% every year. Consistent?
Compounding.
Compounding. But that's not consistent. But then you will make compounding consistent. At least compounding is consistent. So if you are asking for consistent, then we should not be giving you 40% raise because महंगाई भत्ता, suddenly, inflation is high. And you move to a bigger city or another country where cost of living is more. So there should be consistency in the salary of US and India. Roshali, would you be in US if it was consistent salary as India? Cost of living consistent?
No.
So is there consistent? If there is consistency possible, then every animal in the world will look like cockroach or lizard or mouse. Who wants consistency? Who actually is asking for consistency? So I was going through some of the notes and I was super surprised by what came. You want guys to be nice, right? That's consistent, right? So here what it says, convenient truths are not really true. They are actually fixed point of view pretending to be truths, which make them very convenient for justifying our choices. That's just the way it is. It was pure luck. It's because you were there. Nice guys finished last. Consistency. Overwhelm these all convenient truth. So all the convenient truth, holding this in place, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, color in shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. You create every conflict in your entire life because you are not willing to be totally you, regardless of what occurs. So you keep trying to make other people's point of view or somebody else's reality real instead of going, this is relevant based on what? You also keep trying to think that if you are truly being you, you are consistent. Consistency is not a state of being. Consistency is not a state of being. Consistency is a state of not being. In order to be consistent, you have to not be everything you are. So what are you making relevant that isn't relevant to you? So when you ask for consistency, there is one thing that you have already concluded. Can somebody tell me what is that conclusion?
Unless I'm consistent, I won't achieve the goal.
Lovely. And how is that working for you? Geeta, Amrita video and Harikirti, I tend to forget that it's your photograph, not your video.
No, it's me. Internet got
Yeah,
disconnected,
yeah,
so I had to log back in.
No, I got it. I'm saying you have
Yeah.
this photograph. When you are not on video, your photograph
Yeah.
comes. So I thought
Yes.
Harikirti is there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
right here.
How
Something
lovely.
is,
We should have GIF image on the on that so that nobody comes to know it's moving. Lovely. Okay, so when you are asking for consistency, you are repeatedly telling yourself that without consistency, nothing works. And repeatedly you are saying, I'm not consistent, I'm not consistent, I'm not consistent. And what does repeatedly saying that I'm not consistent, what does it create? ये वाला तो टूल पक्का किसी को भी नहीं पता होगा, एक्सेस में तो पता ही नहीं होगा किसी को भी.
It feels heavy.
Yeah, but दूसरा वाला टूल किसी को नहीं पता होगा. And that tool is your point of view creates your reality. ये तो पता ही नहीं होगा पक्का, है ना? If you keep on saying, I am not consistent, I am not consistent, I am not consistent, you create an energy of judgment and projection. If you are using judgment and projection, would you be asking for possibilities? Would you be even free? Would you be being you? Can anything in life can change? Everybody remember jackfruit juice example?
yes.
Yeah. You go to your kitchen, pluck some jackfruit from the kitchen garden, put it in your mixer and have jackfruit juice, and then say, I don't understand why I can't have orange juice in my breakfast. Yeah. So you are repeatedly again and again asking for consistency. Acha, sach batao, how many people would have worked in government job? How many of you are in government job? Government job, you are in government job, not Rachita, not you, not you.
Really? Really?
Acha,
Really?
so, but you chose
I
it,
beg to
right?
differ.
You chose it, right?
Yes.
And now you are saying, I want some excitement in life, some adventure.
Yeah, no, I was, yeah, that's right. It used to be adventurous.
Yeah.
Now it's,
So that is why every 2 years they pluck you and plant you somewhere else. How consistent is that?
oh, I love it. And it's
Yeah.
not 2 years. Sometimes it's 9 months. Sometimes it's 2 months. And I'm absolutely in love with that.
Yeah. Because
I
you are
don't think I
not
can
asking.
live at one
Correct.
place without it.
Because you are asking for not consistency. Because that is when you be you. See, growth cannot happen, performance improvement cannot happen unless you add something new. If you keep on asking for consistency, you will have the same consistent future. You need to let go of past as if it is jackfruit and put some oranges, sometimes berries, raspberries, cherries, or tomatoes, doesn't matter as long as it is inconsistent. So none of you actually like consistency. And how many of you pat yourself on the back that सुबह 6 बजे उठना पड़ता है बच्चों को स्कूल भेजने के लिए? ट्रुथ या मजबूरी है? एंड संडे को तो आप फिर 6 बजे उठते ही नहीं होगे, राइट? मतलब संडे को भी उठ जाते होगे, कंसिस्टेंसी, राइट? इफ एवरी डे वाज कंसिस्टेंट, हर डे की डेट फर्स्ट ही होनी थी. फर्स्ट से पीछे क्यों जाए हम? If consistency was so much required, then everybody should be earning the same salary. Consistency. So I found something which is amazing. On planet Earth, the purpose of life is to die. Living is an active state of being, and life is an inactive state of completion. A life sentence on planet Earth. Once you have chosen a life, you can't be consistent. But you have chosen death. And between life and death, you are going to be as inconsistent as ever can be. Living is creating a stir in life. Living is not marching to the tune of everybody else's drum, but marching to the tune of Pied Piper that you are. When you are willing to live every moment, it becomes dynamic. Every moment creates and becomes a new possibility, a new potential. So, there are going to be a lot of changes in the earth, in the economy, in the society. And you have seen all those changes all your life, isn't it? And why did you choose excess? Do you know why did you choose excess? Let me surprise you. There is no consistency in excess. You don't have to follow a guru. उसकी फोटो लगा के अगरबत्ती नहीं दिखानी है और उसके मरने के बाद माला भी नहीं पहनानी, उसके नाम का हवन भी नहीं करना है और मंदिर भी नहीं बनाना है. So when you are asking for consistency with the tool, you are saying, I have no consistency, and you are also saying, I have no choice. When you are talking about input, it is not about consistency, it is about commitment. And when you do not have commitment is because you do not have commitment. Because as humanoid, you are fickle-minded and you want to keep changing, you want variety. But the day some of you find something which you are passionate about, which aligns to your purpose, you have consistency without even trying. So am I consistent in supporting my participants?
Yes.
Do I have to put any pressure? It comes totally naturally and easily to me. So everybody have chosen some profession, some work which you are consistent about. And it's a choice. Just a moment, somebody is asking for the link. Actually, my website was down. Finally, my website got made and it is not good. which some of you may know. अभी भी वो ड्रामा चल रहा है, and now it is so slow. And मजेदार बात, वो दुनिया के हर कंप्यूटर से खुल रही थी मेरी वेबसाइट except mine. I cannot open it from my internet connection, from my laptop, from my mobile. So I had to change the internet connection from a mobile. How consistent is that?
Oh my God.
There is nothing in the world that you actually are asking for to be consistent, because consistency is boring. If you do access to expand your awareness about consciousness, you will be more conscious about everything else. You will be more conscious about money. You will be more conscious about relationship. You will be more conscious about sex. Why do you need consciousness? Because consciousness includes everything without judgment. Would you even be conscious and aware about some change that is happening if you are following consistency? How many places, or I would say how many societies or cultures, they are following consistency of the same rituals that there is no meaning of? How many of you go to temple and the moment you enter the temple, you touch the first step and touch your forehead? How many of you do that? But do you even know the meaning? There are so many people walking into the temple. What if उस परमात्मा ने भी किसी का रूप लेके उस मंदिर में प्रवेश किया हो, तो मैं उसके चरणों की धूल अपने माथे पे लगाता हूं. How many of you put chandan or sometimes kumkum or whatever here? Do you even know the purpose of it?
No.
वो आपके आग्नेय चक्र को शांत करने के लिए. तिलक लगाने के लिए हम ये उंगली यूज करते हैं, बिकॉज ये उंगली किसी और पर्पस के लिए यूज होती है. There is a logic to everything. And there was a time when women never used to go in the marriage procession.
अभी भी है.
अभी भी कई जगह होता है घूंघट निकालना and all that.
नहीं जाते हैं.
But those things are no more applicable in the current world. Do you want it to be consistent?
It is applicable.
It is not applicable.
I'll tell you it is applicable.
Okay.
I'll tell you how.
What is applicable?
So when I have to, the ghungat,
Okay.
because when the ghungat is still here, whatever bullshit somebody is saying, you can laugh your heart out and nobody can see it.
Yeah, I mean, that way, of course. But then, what if you are an infinite being and you are in allowance and you are being you, and you know that there is an interesting point of view all around you and it won't matter, and you can laugh on their face? Yeah. So that is what Access teaches you. Access teaches you to be highly inconsistent. And that is why people love Access, because it gives you that freedom which nobody has received. And you will love the upcoming book club, the Lady Salon de Femme and Gentlemen's Club, because you will learn those things which you have never heard from anywhere else. Right? So, you will become more conscious about every area of your life. Most of you have a point of view that only that you cannot have is worth having. If you will live in the question, if you are looking for consistency, every question will have the same answer. फिर तो एक question and answer का आपके पास, एक कुंजी होगी. Each question and, one answer. You can't have any other answer, right? जैसे ही दोपहर का 1 बजेगा, सबको भूख लगेगी. There would be no consistency, right? Everybody will walk into a restaurant at the same time. धक्का मुक्की होगी वहां पे। एंड जैसे ही 2 बज गया, सबको वापस जाना है, बिकॉज खाना लंच मिले या ना मिले। आई रिमेम्बर देयर वाज अ गाय, देयर वाज अ वुमन, शी मैरिड a guy from defense. He was a retired, he was a colonelate, you know, so everything was consistent. And the guy said, see, you are coming from a business family and you are not consistent, but I like consistency and discipline in my life. So I would like you to, be ready at 7:30 every morning with breakfast. She says, okay. And then he says, I like to have my lunch at 12:30 sharp. एक भी मिनट की देरी नहीं होनी चाहिए. This is okay. And then I would like to have my drink at 7:30, so I want some snacks with it. And sharp at 8:15, I will have my dinner. She says, okay. She says, is it clear? And she says, yes, sir. And then she says, I also have one condition. I also like consistency. So he says, okay, tell me what. I want sex every night, sharp at 9 p.m., whether you are at home or not. That's consistency. Yeah. So you will start showing up and you will start getting the energy of the awareness and how it can be different at different times. Then only you are aware. Otherwise, you are as good as a dead being. The only thing in this world which is consistent, can anybody tell me what is the only consistent thing in the world?
Change.
Yes, change. Change is the only thing that's consistent. अभी आप लोगों की कंसिस्टेंसी के चक्कर में ये तीसरे साल भी लॉकडाउन ही चल रहा होता. Thank God. Who wants consistency? And how many of you kept your hairstyle consistent? And if you were consistent, तो अभी भी दूध पीते बच्चे ही होते. You want consistency because you are resisting change. Isn't it? And every time when you are angry or frustrated, ask yourself, where am I trying to be consistent? Where am I asking to be consistent, which is not working for me, and spending all my creative energy in resisting it? And then ask yourself, what can I choose to change this? Because unless and until you are willing to change it, you will keep on resisting. So creation is based on a consistency of no consistency.
So, Geet, I have a question or confusion between the story that you earlier told about brown rice, right? Like
Yeah.
the person was consistent. That is how
He
I
was not
understand.
consistent, he was persistent. Both are different.
हाँ, so वो क्या different है वो मुझे समझ नहीं आया.
So consistency is what you expect, persistence is what you do.
Can you repeat?
I know it was powerful. मैंने भी कभी जिंदगी में इससे पहले डिफाइन नहीं किया था.
हाँ.
Consistency is what you expect. Persistence is what you do.
Okay.
So you are persistent for improving whatever you are doing, whatever skill you have. But consistency is you are expecting others. And whenever you are expecting others to be consistent, do you know what you are doing? You
Giving
are
away your
doing
part.
control. And whatever you are trying to control. So what are you trying to control in your life? कोई एक चीज which you really must and would like to control. एक चीज तो होगी सबका. What are you trying to control?
About others?
Anything. जिंदगी में कौन सी चीज पे कंट्रोल चाहिए ये बताओ. जिंदगी
Judgment.
में या आज के दिन में या इस महीने में?
Money,
हाँ,
money.
money. Okay. Anybody else? What do you want to control?
Behavior.
Judgment.
Behavior. What do you?
Relationship.
Yes, relationship. Anybody else?
Judgment.
Judgment. What else?
Time.
I want to
Please arrive.
time.
Please arrive.
Time.
Time.
Okay. Anybody
Please
else?
arrive on time and leave on time.
Sorry, गीता क्या था?
सर मैं चाहती हूँ कि मैं ये जो कॉल्स हैं वो बिना किसी डिस्टरबेंस के सुन सकूं, मतलब उतना
Got it.
कंट्रोल चाहिए, उतना
Got
ईज
it.
चाहिए मेरे को.
Got it. In one of the calls, मेरे मुंह से सोने के शब्द निकल आए. Golden words. Whatever you are trying to control controls you. So how many people are controlled by time, by judgment, by money, by relationships? आप सोच रहे हो you are the remote, but actually remote वो है.
Hmm.
If you try to control your dog, who controls you? You or the dog? If you try to control your husband, who controls you? नास्तिक कौन है ये बताओ. When you want to control your husband to eat on time or your kids to eat on time and your husband to not talk to other people, who dance like a joker? And for money also the same thing. If you try to control money, money will control you. So what energy, space, consciousness, magic, miracle, mystery, possibility and choice can you and your body be to be totally out of control for all eternity? Everything that doesn't allow that, would you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, in shorts, boys, beyonds, and poets. So creation is based on a consistency of no consistency. If you realize that greatest consistency is that everything changes. And the greatest creation comes from consistency of change. And then you are prepared for everything that occurs in the world. Nothing can ever undo you because you can change anything by your choice. For those who have done money workbook, you know you are power, you are control, you are creativity, you are awareness, you are money, you are joy, and you are magic. Yes, Deepa.
Geet, I just want to know the difference. Like for instance, consistency and showing up.
Okay.
The
So
difference.
showing up is a choice.
And
showing-
what if you don't want to show up every day?
Don't
Like-
show up. So कभी-कभी स्कूल की छुट्टी आप देते हो ना अपने बच्चों को. कभी-कभी ऑफिस में बॉस को भी बोलते हो आज तबीयत खराब है, you know.
Yeah, but that's like rest. Like there is a certain amount of structure or things which you have to follow on a day-to-day basis for your sake, for others' sake, whatever, whether it is food or going to
Good.
showing up at the business or
You know
whatever.
why are you asking for consistency? Because you have to shut down your awareness. Your awareness is telling you that you don't want to do this thing. How many of you are inconsistent with your exercise and health regime and your diet? All of us, right? Because you don't want to do it. You know why you are doing it? And उसके लिए एक टूल बताऊं, आपने सुना ही नहीं होगा कभी भी, आपको पता ही नहीं होगा वो टूल. Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? Who does it belong to? I return it back to the sender with consciousness attached. And most of you are paying gym fee for somebody else's opinion, judgment, and suggestion. Did you even connect with your body and ask your body, are you okay? Are you okay with this weight? or how would you like to look like? And what kind of exercise would you like to do? Would it be dance? Would it be cycling? Would it be Zumba? Would it be yoga? Would it be table tennis? Do you even ask? So, consistency, wherever it is not there, there is some awareness that you are shutting down by trying to bring in consistency. So if your maid is not doing consistent work, I'll give one example. It means उसका ये काम करने का मन नहीं है. When you look at someone who is very passionate about their work, they will be consistent. Promise. हो सकता है उसकी बीवी उसके सॉक्स ढूंढ के देती हो कि एक कहां गया और दूसरा कहां गया, जूता कहां गया, but in his work he would be consistent. You'll be surprised because he is totally tapping into his awareness, his passion, what he likes to do.
So, Geet, I have a question on this. Now, since you're taking this example specific to this, like the person can be consistent at his work and he's aware and everything, but cut to when he's with family, his consistency is out of the window. Then as a person now on this side, let's say me, is very aware and consistent with the awareness, how do you then go about?
You just ask what is required here that will contribute more to him and more to me. Are you asking questions or are you going into resistance? पहले resistance acknowledge करना है that I am resisting it, right? There are few places where you can use consistent if it is consistency, if it is working for you. How many of you are, I'll give one example, how many of you are actually really pissed off by somebody's inconsistency? But आप चिपके उसी से हो, उसी maid को रखना है, उसी को सालों साल रखना है. You are not okay with her inconsistency on time and taking leaves, but you want that same kind of consistency of food quality. You are not willing to compromise, right? You're not even asking questions there. So somewhere you are not asking questions. And somewhere you are saying that मेरी choice ही चलेगी. I would choose for other person also. And what happens when somebody asks you for consistency for something which you don't want to do? Yeah. So how does it feel like when somebody else asks for consistency from you? Do you like it?
But they are not consistent.
Correct. अब ये कोई business deal तो है नहीं. Have you done foundation? उसमें एक topic है transactional reality, give and take. That is what you are doing. That is why you are creating more, resistance. Just because they are not consistent, you will punish them. Where is your choice in that? You are in reaction. If somebody haven't asked, you tell them whether it is possible or not. Does that answer you?
Yeah.
Partially. But yeah,
I mean, it has raised a few more questions. Then, then am I liable? Am I then allowed by myself to be frustrated?
Sorry, Ujjal, just a moment. Let her finish. I'll come to you. Sorry.
So then
am I allowed?
No. So then am I allowing myself to then constantly say interesting point of view and then letting that person be?
No. You ask. What is your ask? You ask that person. आपकी ask क्या है? And if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. And you say, hello, it doesn't work for me.
Exactly.
So, आपने अगर मेरे को, for example, you have to take me for shopping and you are getting late from office, tell me, I'll take a Uber. If you are
So
consistently inconsistent about things which I want, then I'm not relying on you. Hello. Then don't tell me कि घर में गाड़ी है मैं छोड़ने जाऊंगा ना. अरे काय को जाओगे यार? You get it? You have to ask. Boss, 5 o'clock I have got to leave. 9 o'clock we'll have sex whether you are home or not. That's the ask. Straight away. Yeah, you are afraid of asking. And a lot of people are doing transactional realities. तुम inconsistent थे तो मैं भी, तुम होगे तो मैं भी. And it is not working for either of you. Please know. And it is creating unnecessarily discord in the relationship. दोनों आपकी relationship and these things are not related. You get that? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Good question. Good awareness. Yes, Ujjal. You wanted to share some awareness, is it?
No. You were saying something about previous. I exactly forgot what I was asking, but
Okay.
I got disconnected with my internet connection.
Okay.
So forget it now.
Okay, no problem. We can do that. So how many lies, judgment and viewpoint, habitual, traditional, behavioral, imposition and AEIOU pods have you entrenched and imposed for 4 trillion years to make you consistent and unchanging? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, resign, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9 shorts, boys, beyonds and perverts. What are you absolutely refusing to ask that if you would ask, it would manifest as care for you? Everything that is, will you revoke, recant, resign, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9 shorts, boys, beyonds and perverts. So, creation is based on a consistency of no consistency. If you realize that the greatest consistency is that everything changes and the greatest creation comes from consistency of change. So change will be consistent. Yeah. Remember, creation is based on consistency of no consistency. Okay. So how much of your life are you creating from the need for consistency rather than space of change? The illusion of security is consistency. It is like dress to ultimate degree. Humans are secure in everything because they always have the right answer. And if something doesn't work, they have the perfect justification of, I'm only human. When you say I'm only human, it always feels weird because you are not. If you were human, you would know you were right. But somehow, even when you say I'm only human, you go, I'm so wrong. I'm so bad. I could have done better. I should have done better. And what's wrong with me? Welcome to the stranger that you really are. So truth of life is to live your life as though it is definite, finite, limited, consistent. And you have to be consistent with where everybody else lives and functions from. How much fun is that for you? How much work is that for you to be consistent? It's a job you will always fail at, yet you are secure in keeping it. So what creation of frustration and judgment of self with reason and justification are you absolutely, totally, eternally, irrevocably, infinitely, utterly choosing that you truly could be refusing, that if you would refuse it, it would change all realities and non-realities and manifest as the generation of indefinite life and infinite choices of and for allowance. Everything that is, will you please revoke, recant, resign, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, in shorts, boys, beyonds and perverts. How many decision, judgment, conclusion and computation do you have to create a consistency of the degradation of you in the process of creating all your limited point of views? Will you please revoke, recant, resign, reclaim, renounce,
Yes.
destroy, and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. What secret agenda for keeping the consistency of thought, feeling, emotion, sex, no sex as congruous with your decision, judgment, computation, conclusion to create you as the consistent, limited being you are pretending to be? Do you have that maintains and entrains what you cannot change and choose and institute as the joy of perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving differently in every 10 seconds? Everything that is times a Virgilian. Will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes, please.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Are you looking for happiness? Or are you looking for consistency and a predictable future?
Yes, I have a
Everything that
question.
is times a Godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. What have you made so vital about never having the phenomenons of joy that keeps you eternally seeking the stability point for the consistency of joy and emotions? And everything that is times a Godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. What have you made so vital about possessing total consistency and constancy that keeps you evaluating the stability point for the perfection of the wrongness of you and the rightness of you without ever having one? Everything that is times a Godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. What if you can choose to be you, whether it is consistent or inconsistent by somebody else's point of view, by being total out of control, by being in total awareness, by being in total consciousness, and by being too much of you, and be happy? Everything that is times a Godzillion, will you please destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pop, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds, and perverts. Yes, Ujjal.
Yes. So now I got it, what you're saying. Okay. So now let's say I'm just giving a situation. Yet tomorrow morning we have to get two of my kids ready for school. I have my parts, Priya has got her parts. Let's say in my part, I am not showing up or I'm not doing my part, which is, getting them ready in the morning and things like that. And then I have to get into my, I have to go to my work and I'm not getting into, like, let's say I'm not there in the time that I'm supposed to be there and there's something. So what happened then? Where is the consistency there?
Okay. So is consistency your ask or other people's ask?
I think it's other people's ask.
Okay. So can you tell them?
But if I don't show up in the morning ritual of my kids going to school, then there's a lack of, there's what do you call? There's a there's a breakdown, right?
Okay. So are you
Somebody
okay with,
else?
the question is, are you okay with the breakdown?
I'm okay with the breakdown. I can sleep till 10 o'clock.
Got it. So are you asking question, what else is possible here that I have not considered? Question पूछो.
हाँ, लेकिन क्वेश्चन पूछा तो लेकिन तो किसी को तो काम करना पड़ेगा ना, किसी को तो
नहीं, अभी आप कंक्लूजन में जा रहे हो कि किसी को काम करना पड़ेगा. Have you asked what else is possible that I have not considered? So कल सुबह मुझे 5:30 बजे उठना है, अपने बेटे के लिए खाना बनाना है, ब्रेकफास्ट बनाना है, उसका ब्रेकफास्ट और लंच दोनों पैक करना है और उसको स्कूल छोड़ने जाना है. I can hire.
सपोज आपने नहीं किया वो, सपोज आपने डिसाइड किया कि मेरे को नहीं करना यार.
I am in question ना, I am in question कि मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ जो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं है, जो मैंने कंसिडर ही नहीं किया है, या जो मैं रेजिस्ट कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, like
मैं तो सुपर स्मार्ट हूँ. अपने चाचा के पास चले जाऊंगा भाभी के पास छोड़ आऊंगा, मैं भाभी बोलता हूँ, मेरे चाचा हैं लेकिन उनकी वाइफ को भाभी बोलता हूँ, भाभी के पास छोड़ के आ जाऊंगा, भाभी हैंडल, दैट्स वन ऑप्शन। नंबर 2, मेरी एक यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छी फ्रेंड रहती है, 4 बंगले पार रहती है, और वो बोलती है कुछ भी सपोर्ट चाहिए, मैं उसको बोलूंगा भैया ब्रेकफास्ट तुम बना देना, मैं आराम से 7 बजे उठूंगा, 7:45 तक मेरे को बेटे को तैयार करके भेजना। दैट इज अनदर ऑप्शन। तीसरा ऑप्शन भी है, मेड आती है सुबह 6 बजे, उसने बोला था कि 6 बजे मैं आके खाना वाना बनाऊं, उसको बोल दूंगा, मैं तो काम कैसे भी करा लूंगा।
That is what I'm saying. So basically, कि काम होना है,
काम होना
किसी भी
है,
तरीके से काम होना है।
एग्जैक्टली। एंड
whether you are consistent or not, काम होना है।
मैंने बोला ना, सेक्स एवरी डे 9 PM whether you are home or not.
हाँ तो
That's
यार ये कैसे
consistency.
possible है?
So see, काम होना है यार।
Got it, समझ गया।
Yeah, so that is the energy of creation. Creation is only possible when you are consistent with no consistency. You are asking questions, you are saying what else is possible here, और क्या हो सकता है जो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं है, कंसिडर ही नहीं किया है।
Correct.
Then you will create possibilities. अभी आप probabilities में हो कि या तो फादर तैयार करेंगे या मदर तैयार करेंगे, दो ही ऑप्शन। हाँ।
So with this energy that you have with the thought of consistency, is it possible that the other person is also influenced and follows suit?
So why do you want to tamper with somebody else's free will?
हाँ, वो भी है।
Yeah. So, and if that person is in your life, in your family, and is important, you will have an ask. And you will ask questions that what else is possible that we have not considered, because I am not okay, this is not working for me. Right? For example, husband ने अगर आपको लेके जाना है शॉपिंग के लिए 5 बजे, और वो हर बार लेट करता है, वो बोलता है बस चल रहा हूँ, लेट हो गया, और वो पता लगा 7:30 बजे आया। राइट? बहुत सारे हस्बैंड ऐसे करते हैं। या तो आप मना कर दो, उबर है मेरे बाप की, you get it? But we tend to only stick to, it's like holding on to it, छोड़ना नहीं है, and it doesn't work for you. A lot of you are holding on to only one thing. कि मैं जब कंसिस्टेंटली तुम्हारे लिए सुबह 6:30 पे उठ के खाना वाना, ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच बना देती हूँ, तो तुम क्यों नहीं कर सकते यार? मेरी मम्मी के घर पे जाना था, लेट पहुंचे हम तुम्हारे का, you get it? You are getting into transactional realities which are not working. What if you have an amazing guy, everything works, but only some logistics don't work, which you are not asking for to change. And sometimes the problem is somewhere else. Logistical issues are only bahane to show you are upset. So a lot of people give me a call, they talk about something, but the real problem is something else. They want to talk about something else, or they have some other agenda. So yes, agenda, decision, judgment, computation, conclusion, agendas, invention and lies. They will ask you to be consistent so that you can control it. What if you don't have to control anything in your life? Because whatever you are trying to control controls you. Yeah. Awesome. So one last question I can take. उसके बाद मेरे को SOP देना है. आप में से कुछ लोग SOP attend कर रहे हो, so I have to prepare for that, and I have to gobble my dinner, and I have to make sure मेरा गधा खाना खा ले. उसको सुलाना है. Yeah. Any question?
Is consistency synonymous with compromise?
With compromise?
Because we are compromising on our freedom, on our
No.
free will.
When you agree to somebody's demand of consistency and you are totally not okay with it and it doesn't work for it, that is compromise. सिनोनिमस तो नहीं. हाँ, आउटकम जरूर हो सकता है. अगर somebody is asking for कि मुझे सुबह 6:30 अपना ब्रेकफास्ट चाहिए, 12:30 लंच चाहिए, you know,
Exactly.
yeah. So that can be a compromise, and which you are not okay with. Yeah, and by the way, even if we guys do compromise, हम लोग बहुत बदमाश हैं, बहुत चालाक हैं. हम ऐसा मैनिपुलेट करते हैं, सामने वाले को ऐसा उठा उठा के पटकते हैं. This is called as passive aggression. Yeah, you would find ways, you would find reasons to be inconsistent. So मेरा बॉस चाहता था कि मैं द्वारका से नोएडा, this is way back in 2006-8, he wanted द्वारका से नोएडा कि मैं वहां पे 9:30 शार्प पहुंच जाऊं. तो एक दिन भाई साहब लेट पहुंचे, 1-2 मिनट का ही था, तो उसको जाके बता रहा, सर आज ना मेरे आगे एक एम्बुलेंस थी, तो वो एम्बुलेंस को जगह देनी थी मेरे को, तो उसके कारण वो पीछे जाम वगैरह, उसके पास और भी गाड़ियां थी, वीआईपी मूवमेंट था. यू विल फाइंड रीजंस. एंड देन नेक्स्ट डे पहुंचा, अरे वो नीचे सुशील सर ने रोक लिया था, उनके साथ बात कर रहा था, अरे ऑफिस की बिल्डिंग में तो आ गया, आप देख लो. गार्ड तो खैर they used to like me, so वहां पे टाइम लिख दिया था, that's not a problem. You would find reasons. So when somebody is inconsistent, somewhere they are not tapping into their awareness, they are not saying something to you which they actually want to say. Yeah, I also spoke to my website designer and I said, what happened to your consistency? And he says, and I used some access tool, uske muh se sach nikal gaya. He says, I took too many assignments after you gave me a testimonial and I couldn't handle so many assignments. And then I asked, okay, what else makes you lose consistency? And he admitted, he said, I only said, do you like working on long projects? He says, no, I like working on short projects. I get bored. So he's very good with short projects. उसको short project तो 6 घंटे, 1 दिन 2 दिन का खटाखट कर देगा. वेबसाइट जैसा बड़ा प्रोजेक्ट दे दो और अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशन भी गीत बतरा की तरह बता दो, परफेक्शनिज्म वाली, टाइम फिस. Yeah. So wherever there is inconsistency, ask for awareness. What are you not willing to be aware of? What are you cutting your awareness of? Or what is that person not saying or telling you? Okay, I gotta go. I have a SOP. Yeah.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank
It
you
was
so much,
lovely having
Vijay.
you all. Yeah.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Bye. Bye. Hasta la vista.